Fam, hello, welcome. This is our 5th episode of How I Made This, in which I dissect my projects and explain how they were made. Today we're going to be looking at my song Catch and Release, which is one of my faves. I'm going to put the song at the very end, so if you don't know it, go ahead, check it out, listen to it. It's also on like Spotify and shit. Catch and Release is about noticing the red flags sooner. It's like every relationship I go through, at the end, I can look back and be like, oh, I probably should have noticed when he said this, that. So this is about trying a new relationship, realizing it's not for you, and being like, cool, fuck yeah, we are going to move on to the next, and it's going to be way better. And like, girl's gotta eat, I'm still hungry, so where's the next? All right, let's dive in. Welcome to the project. To start out with, Rainbow. Absolutely. Check it out. Beautiful. Love that. I like to keep my projects very nice and pretty and organized. First thing you'll see, like I have in all my projects, I have a Knotvox and a Vox group. And this is because my Knotvox group is sidechaining all my vocals to everything that's not vocals. In the style of music I create, my vocals are the most important piece of the puzzle. They're what should be absolutely out front. They should be heard without anything else competing with them. So I'm making sure that whenever my vocals come in, everything else goes out. If you can tame him, you can keep him. Just a little bit. Just a little baby. All right, cool. Let's open up Knotvox and see what the deal ski is. So first thing we have here is drums. I start all of my drums in one MIDI track, and then when I go to mixing, I will separate out the kick and the snare just so it's easier to mix. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this song, I experimented with putting arpeggiators on the hi-hats. So check this out. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did some wild shit with this. There are lots of ways to mix up your hi-hats and keep them fun and fresh and interesting, and I feel like I have tried all of the above. So here's what I did with my hi-hats in this case. First, I placed an arpeggiator on every single one. So this one's gonna arpeggiate them at an 8th note. This one has a 12th note arpeggiator. And this one, 16th note. This one, 24th note. And then I also have like 48th note. Ooh. Vroom vroom. So this is just a fun way to create drum rolls very easily and kind of randomly. I just like place notes and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Up faster. Okay, just bump it up. Yeah, it just kind of simplifies things. And then I also did this round robin situation where every time this note is triggered, a different sample will be triggered in my drum rack here. First, I place a MIDI pitch effect with a -25 transposition. And then I have this little random MIDI effect with my scale set at 1, choices at 5, and then I have my mode set to random. So it'll just randomly trigger a different sample. So it's just another way of making static patterns more interesting and dynamic. Yeah, lots of variation happening here. I think this is a fun way to do things if you want to set it up. I don't think I've done it since, but it's chill, now you know. And I'll also link a video below on step-by-step directions for how to create a round robin setup that you could check out and try for yourself. All right, our kick, what do we have here? I have a trap kick 13, which is in an instrument rack for whatever reason. And then I have an EDM kick. Whoa, calm down. I just have a little bit of Camel Crusher. Dude, God bless Camel Crusher. A little bit of subtle master happening here. Camel Crusher is free. Check that shit out. I will link that below as well. Yeah, just a little bit of equ and an envelope follower. I wonder what this is mapped to. Maybe we'll find out later. Oh, to gain A. Oh, I think that's probably my bass. We'll find out later. All right, my snare. Wow, we have a lot of different snares happening here. Let's see what the deal is. Okay, so this snare too, for one, we have a little delay happening here. Rhythm. And then this guy, this is just doing its damn thing. Oh wow, this is a couple different snares stacked on top of each other. Did a lot of snare layering around here. Okay. It's fun to layer snares because then you get to like, oh, I'm gonna take the hit of this and the high end of this, and I'm gonna take the snap of this and the bass of this, and like blah blah blah, and you just like little sound collages to make your perfect snare. I also always love using multiple snares because just having like a little bit of variation instead of the same thing every time just creates a little bit of interest for the listener. Time to talk about the elephant in the room. How fun are my new earrings? All right, we have a percussion loop. Cool, yeah, this is just a chopped up kit snare little loopy doop here. Oh yeah, hella compression. It is just a bunch of tiny little glue compressors, just a tiny bit. And then I turned it into a dry wet chain, which is just a wet chain with our serial compression on it, and then a dry chain with nothing on it. And then we use the little fadey fades at the top here and our chain editor to create a constant fade between the two. And then you map our chain selector to our macro here, and then you can switch between. Yeah, make a dry wet knob out of anything. Cool, here's a little drum riser, and you can see I just modulated the transposition. I don't know if you guys know this, but if your MIDI keyboard isn't on, you can hit H and it will make all of the tracks the same height, which is 3 units tall. Beep. It's just a way to like tidy up the project. H as in hottie. We got another drum riser. Cool, more transposition. Let's see what the deal is. Okay, me gusta. If you guys aren't automating your transposition, you are missing out. It's just in our envelope. We open this little tab here, and then we have MIDI control pitch bend, and yeah, you can modulate your pitch bend. Woo! All right, here I have this airy riser, which if I reverse this and then pull it out, you can hear that it's this guy we just listened to, right? But throw hella reverb on that and then resample it. Ooh. Hit R to reverse, and then we have a little riser here that we can throw on to enter our chorus. Baller. Okay, those are my drums. Bass. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here is what the envelope follower on my kick was mapping. So what I did here is made a dynamic EQ to separate the bass and the kick. So every time the kick comes in, the bass is going to drop out around the bass frequencies. So here's what I did. I created an EQ here with a filter right at my kick's frequency, which is around 48 hertz right here. If you just Command G, it will turn into a audio effect rack, and go ahead and map the gain of your filter. Ta-da! And then you can set some minimum and maximum values for that macro knob. Over yonder on your kick, you place an envelope follower, which sends information on the incoming audio's shape, right? It's envelope. Ta-da! So I have mapped this to my gain knob here, right? You can see in my kick, it is mapped to 2 gain A, which is my macro. And notice here in the mapping browser, I have the minimum at 0 and the maximum at -5. So when that kick hits, it'll dip between 0 and -5 and just make room in the bass frequencies for my kick to squeeze on in. So dynamic EQ is kind of like sidechain compression for your bass and your kick, but it's more specific to a certain frequency and not the entire volume of the bass. Back to the bass. All right, so I have 2 basses happening. The first one is this High Kick Soul Drifter, Madzak 64. This is a sample that comes with Ableton 10. Again, I have that camel crushing it, a little bit of filter, and even more sidechain compression. Just doing a little bit. And then I have this wobble bass, just adding a little bit of like high-end wonk, dare we say. And together these sound like... I really love this bass line. What do we have here? We have a little EQ happening. Cool, just the bass sweeping down. Order up! Alright, fuck yeah. And, oh, this bridge bass. Okay, oh, I love this bass. And let's see what this is. Pull it out. Cool. something called HSB Bass 70 that I just chopped up. I also fucking love this bridge. Dope, dope, dope. Onto my MIDI. Okay, what do I have here? Yes, vocal chops. Okay. Ugh. I really love these vocal chops that come in on the pre-chorus. They come in towards the end just to switch things up a little bit. And add in another different layer. Cool. Yeah, this is just a simpler instrument that I made. Let's listen to what it started out as. Don't love that last note. So that was just a little vocal snippet. It's funny that the very end is what I resampled, and that's what sounded the worst in that sample. Anyways, I added some beautiful reverb. I literally only use the very first response, which is this arundel nave. I don't know how to pronounce that. It sounds fucking bomb. So I'm like, yep, sounds good enough to me. And then some delay happening here. If you watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm a big fan of parallel processing. Why do we parallel process, Lillian? Well, so for my dry signal, I just have a sidechain compressor. For my reverb, I obviously have my reverb, a compressor, and then I have just filtered it differently. I normally do a 500 to 5K EQ because I don't really want that low end rumble. That's really not cute on a reverb. And then nothing too high is necessary. And then for my delay, I also have my utility pushing out to 169% just to like get all those delays out to the side. So yeah, I want my reverb to be one way, I want my delay to be one way, and I want my dry signal to be one way. And all together, stacked up, I can do that. Okay, harp verse. What is happening here? If you can tame him, you can. Oh yeah, it's super chill. Entertainment for the weekend. You probably can't hear this at all. Yeah, this is just a square harp with some corpus set to beam, delay, and some EQing. Dope. What do we have here? Harp extras? Let's see which chord I'm playing. I think this is a G minor 7. Yeah, a G minor 7. So pretty. And then we have a C minor 7. Nice. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's right here. All right. Okay, I have a pitch drop on my MIDI track. So all these MIDI friends doing their damn thing. Yeah, one of my favorite Macs for Live devices. You just automate the drop, set your duration, and then just a cool little effect there. What else do we know about this harp chorus? Oh, yes, dude. Grain delay is a tricky one because I feel like sometimes it fucking sounds awesome and other times it sounds like shit. And it happened to sound really awesome in this song. It gives like a lot of glitter and shimmer. Yeah. And next we have cool harp idea. Oh, this isn't part of the song, but I like it. That definitely has banger potential. Onto the audio. All right, lots of audio resampling and fuckery here. First, I have a high and low harp resample. So this same harp that we heard up here, I resampled it. And I've transposed one up an octave, one down an octave. Ugh, with some filter delay. Dude, I love filter delay. It just adds such a nice little sparkle up into the horizon. I'm gonna turn down the dry signal so you can hear just the wet signal. I love. Okay, Command Z. My favorite command in the world, Command Z. And then I also have this utility with automation happening here. So it starts little and then do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There are a lot of sneaky little sounds in this song. One of them is the bacon sizzling.
Had my cake and then I ate it.
And my cake and then I ate it.
Now I'm bringing in the bacon.
Did you hear that? Bacon.
Don't know what you expected.
Cool. This is just... That is this little guy here, these little vocal chops. So I resampled that with hella reverb. And then if I reverse this, there you go. So it's like the lead in paired with this lead out. Lead in. And then flip that around. Which sounds cool together. Fun stuff. Okay. D-pad? This is like that added element for the final finale that like takes it over the edge. Which seems a little melodramatic for such a simple sound. Okay, fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, D-pad, for holding it down with D. Oh, what do we have here? Something warped in beats mode. And reverse this and see if it gives us some more clues. Okay, after hearing this, I'm pretty sure D-pad came from this. Oh yeah, that's probably somewhere in there he sampled, but where did this come from? I don't know. Something resampled with reverb and then you just flip it and use that reverb tail to create a lead. Okie dokie. So yeah, I made a lot of guitar samples for this song. So we have here. Cool, some guitar that I played. Let's see if I can drag one of these out without any transposition. Cool, it's just like a super dry electric guitar. Okie dokie. And then I think I chopped these each one individually because my guitar was not tuned. And so look, this one is like 16 cents different, 5 cents different. Yeah, tune your guitar before you play it and then it'll save you time in the long run. Love that. That is just some more of that hot clip transposition. Love that. And then zoink. Here we are. This is probably my favorite sound. Just a little bit of the guitar with some transposition on the clip. No. No. Hello. High reverse, low reverse. All right, we have. So I've placed inverted auto pans on each of them. So I have this one auto pan at normal, and then this guy is inverted. So there's always going to be one of them in your ears. What is this reverse? Let's find out. Oh, classic. Da, 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 da. Which you may remember from the intro. Once you have a certain amount of sounds in your project, you don't have to look for any more sounds. You can just use all the sounds you already have and transpose them, reverse them, resample them, do whatever the fuck you want, and you'll get similar but different sounds. And it's a way to build a palette that's consistent but also exploratory. So all together. Cool instrument. What's this? I didn't use it. All right. Be sway sway. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a resample of this cool instrument here. Which was a sample that I sliced to a MIDI track. And let's listen to this sample and just see if we can identify its origins. Ah, duh. Okay, right here, that's this guy. Whoa, it's cool how like now we can work backwards. So I started with this harp, right? And then I resampled that and reversed it to make this guy. And then I just right click, slice to new MIDI track, and then this instrument is created with all these little slices. And then I made a little doodle beep pattern. Which then I resampled into this. Some reverb on that. Oh yeah, and this guy just has a little auto pan on it. If we turn our phase either to 0 or to 360, then it just becomes an LFO for volume, but mono, right? So we're not doing a volume LFO that is tricking our ears into thinking panty's going on. It's just bouncing everything. So chop chop. So together we have. Yeah. Awesome. And then that was resampled to create this extras choppy. If we pull this out and reverse it. So that was with a lot of reverb on it, right? And then we just take that reverb tail and use it to just whoop, scoop the chorus upwards. Fuck yeah. Whew. Okay, so I really freaking love the bridge. Let's just take a moment to appreciate it.
There's no smoke without fire. You're handing me your lighter. Don't know what you expected. Take a seat or stand corrected.
Yeah, so LOL. I definitely thought there was hella saturation. Maybe I resampled them with the saturation on it, because there's like nothing on these lighter. I have a compressor that's not doing anything and nothing on the group, so IDK, but it sounds good. Okay, wow. I think we're done with my instrumentals now. Let's just look at my vocals. I have me pretending to be at a drive-thru.
I'm gonna take a healthy relationship with the side of emotional intelligence and good communication skills.
Wow, LOL, I put my entire vocal chain on that. Probably unnecessary. Some hot tubes. And then just some EQ. I think I googled like megaphone EQ. It's pretty silly. And then my verse. Let's see. Yeah, so for my verse, I just have one vocal down the center. Let's see what's in this. This is the Waves real tune time.
If you can tame him, you can keep him.
Little gate, just in
Entertainment
case.
for the weekend.
Fabulous filter. I have some of my harsher frequencies pulled out here, a little bit of dip in the mud zone, and then some vocal shine. I also have a vocal writer, which TBH, I don't really know if this does anything. Some super subtle compress for the first run, and then a Roth Air. I friggin' love this plugin. It's free.
If you can tame him, you can keep him.
If you turn it off,
Entertainment for the weekend.
suddenly I sound so underwater.
He's no good for my bedtime.
And then you could add hella air if you want.
Stress me like a deadline.
That's a little too Tony Hawk for me. Get it? Air.
Entertainment for the weekend.
And then more compress towards the end. Call that a double compress. And then again, I'm just cutting out a little bit of the lows. One of my favorite little vocal snippets in here. I love the way that I sing this.
While working on the run that's where all the fun is. Had my cake and then I ate it. Now I'm bringing in the bacon.
So yeah, I'm really emphasizing the and the.
Had my cake and then I ate it.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, Fun skis. I think that is my entire track. There you go. I have divulged all the secrets. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening and for giving a shit. I hope you have learned something. I used a lot of really fun little tidbits and techniques, mixing and sound design and otherwise. And I hope that, yeah, it inspires you to try something new in your projects. If you learned something new today that you're excited to check out, drop it in the comments so I know what is catching on with you guys. What is catch and releasing on with you guys, should I say. I think that's it. Subscribe if you want to be notified when I release other silly and informative videos, and I hope you have a blessed day. And now for the full track.
If you can tame him, you can keep him. Entertainment for the weekend. He's no good for my bedtime. Stress me like a deadline. And I know you'll find your peace of mind. And I know it's not tied up with mine. Catch and release. Take your receipt. I'm still hungry. Girls got to eat. While working on the run that's where the fun is. Had my cake and then I ate it. Now I'm bringing home the bacon. And I know you'll find your peace of mind. And I know it's not tied up with mine. Catch and release. Take your receipt. I'm still hungry. Girls got to eat. There's no smoke without fire. You handed me your lighter. Don't know what you expected. Take the seat or stand corrected.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a healthy relationship with the side of emotional intelligence and good communication